Dear partners of Sanitation and Water for All, dear friends, I am excited to be coming to you from Dhaka in Bangladesh. Just a few days ago, we had a fantastic meeting with the Minister of Local Government, and we were discussing some of the opportunities. This is a new government that has just come in place here in Bangladesh. And Professor Tanvir here is from our Research and Learning constituency in SWA. He made some interventions at the meeting, and I thought I should have a very short chat with you. So thanks for accepting to do this.
Great, thank you.
Yes. So one of the things that has really struck me here is, of course, there is a new government. So I think there are opportunities to deal with some of the challenges. But what are some of the challenges that you think will have to be resolved going forward relating to water and sanitation?
Actually, yeah, thank you for the question. Actually, for water and sanitation, Bangladesh was in a very good place since up to 2015, especially when we eliminated open defecation very rapidly among all the South Asian countries. We had the best performance. And we had almost 99% drinking water access, to improved drinking water source access to all the population. But as you know, the Sustainable Development Goal 6 targets sets very stringent criteria on what is considered a safely managed
water
and safely managed
sanitation
sanitation.
services. Yeah.
So that has put some challenges, of course, because it appears that we were not managing our water sources, and we are not actually our sanitation was not safely managed in many aspects. So that is one thing that we face challenges, especially in the SDG era, which is common to also other LMICs and developing countries as well. So going into the SDG era, we found that providing safely managed sanitation and safely managed water services and providing quality water services is a problem, but there are also cross-cutting issues that has also emerged. Climate change, for example, affecting and natural disasters. These are affecting our water sources and sanitation systems all over the country, especially in the rural areas. And this has also put several challenges. In the wash sector, we also have some coordination issues locally, which needs to be resolved, but there is also some concern that our national wash budget might not be up to the mark to deal with the challenges of the SDGs. So these are some of the challenges that we face. Local resources, the external grants are decreasing and things like that. So we might not have enough resources locally and coming from outside to deal with these sort of challenges, which is being compounded day after day.
Yeah, and you talk about climate change. I was yesterday in another presentation where the issue of arsenic came up, also how much effluent goes into water sources. All these just sort of compound the challenge that exists. But one of the things that we discussed on Monday was the possibility of a head of state engagement, because that could help drive up some new momentum. And what do you think could be the potential of engaging with the head of government with the support of cross-section of ministries?
Yes. Yeah, I think the head of state initiative, as you put it, it has the probability or the potential to accelerate things. As you know, that WASH is not, although we have a line ministry for WASH, but WASH really providing WASH services and regulating WASH, it involves multiple ministries. And all the ministries has to work in unison and with the same goals, same targets to address these challenges. And it's the problem has to be dealt with in a multi-pronged manner, and having all the stakeholders together working. So although we have a lead ministry, which is the Ministry of Local Government, Rural Development and Cooperatives, they'll take the lead, but they need support from all other ministries and all stakeholders as well to address the situation. Now, coming back to the Heads of State initiative, we think that prioritizing WASH through the Head of State, now at this very crucial juncture, when we know what to do, we know what sort of resources are required, we have all the budgetary calculations, we know what the challenges are, and we know how to tackle them. We think that we are now in a very good place to put forward in front of our government that in a very clear and concise manner, that in a clear and very succinct manner, that we know that this is a problem and this can be challenged in this can be addressed in different ways. And for that reason, I think if these messages come from the head of state, it definitely gives added impetus to not only locally but also to the international community. We might be able to garner or collect more resources locally to address this situation, but also we might also be able to attract foreign investments and donors more vigorously than before. So I think this head of state initiative coming now is a very opportune time, and we think that we should utilize this opportunity and platform.
Great. Now, I think that there are also fantastic opportunities. There's a lot of momentum in the sector, with other partners also looking at how they could address some of the investment issues, some of the reform issues. So I think that those are good opportunities that exist. Now, one last question for you. If you had the chance to be in front of the head of government, if you had the chance to be in front of the Prime Minister and you could say to him one or two priorities that could go into this new vision, what could be some of those sort of dream come true for you, things that could be achieved in the next 4 years?
I think, first of all, if I am to be given audience in front of the Prime Minister, the first thing that I would look for is, as you know, it's a new government in Bangladesh, and they have prioritized definitely several social equity issues in their different programs, in their upcoming programs. They've also emphasized the environment in the election manifesto. So there are bits and pieces of their motivations and in their manifesto that can, I think, be kind of touched upon to frame this narrative for WASH. And I think the WASH perfectly fits in the different narratives and the different statements that is given by the government, that the priorities of the government can be nicely integrated. So I think what we can do is that just remind the government, or the head of state, is that these are the priorities that you've already put through, and this is how WASH actually fits very nicely with all of your priorities, and try to frame our narrative in line with the government's narrative in that manner. So, and that's one thing, and of course it will be evident through discussions that we shall need more internal resources allocated to address the challenges of WASH in Bangladesh. We can also, there are potential to have resources from other ministries as well, from let's say from the Ministry of Environment, through the climate change and those all sorts of things that they deal with. So I think all these possibilities and these opportunities and the importance of resource allocation should be put forward. The other thing I would also like to highlight to the government is that we are allocating some resources, but that resources need to be spent in a very coordinated and efficient manner for WASH, because there are inefficiencies in the system that has to be addressed. There are inefficiencies in the annual development program utilization that needs to be addressed, and if we can do all of these things together, we might find that there might be more resources available to us to spend on WASH. So these are the few things I will try to convey if
you had that chance. Perfect. Thank you very much. Truly appreciate your time and for giving me the time to speak with you. I think it's been a wonderful experience being here in Dhaka. I hope that in the coming weeks, in the coming months, we'll be hearing something coming at a higher level from Bangladesh. Thank you very much.
Thank you.